Hello, hello, hello. Ooh, how's everyone doing today? It is Mighty Fine Tuesday. Mighty Fine Tuesday. Didn't get water all over myself this time. That's an improvement. How's everyone doing today? It is Tuesday. For all you Americans, I hope you have all your digits still. Because I know your healthcare situation ain't the greatest, so hopefully you didn't lose any. But anyways, this is gonna be a fun one today. This showed up yesterday. I didn't think it was gonna show up this soon. I was kind of gonna wait till Friday to do it, but I really wanted to play with it, so we're gonna do it today. Simple as that. And I think I'm peaking a bit. Let me drop the audio down. Okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I was planning to do this Friday. Normally we do unboxings on Fridays. But I really wanted to play with this printer, so we're doing it today. Tuesday is pizza day. It is. So, for those that don't know what this is the FLSUN V400. It's a big chunky boy box. I'm assuming it goes this way. There we go. So it's the FLSUN V400. So this is their new Delta. FLSUN does a lot of Deltas. If you want some more information about it, or if you wish to pre-purchase it, link in the description. It's the first link there. But it's the V400. It's not out yet. I believe, checking here, next month. So, wrong button. So next month is when it's coming out. So it's not out yet. You can pre-order it. Thank you for not doing a Kickstarter, by the way. But yeah, it's a Delta. It's fast. Deltas are fast, but this has something I actually haven't seen in a commercial printer before. Is Klipper. It comes with Klipper. To my knowledge, I'm sure there are other commercial offerings like that have Klipper, but this is like the first one from like a big established like Asian market company, I believe. Yeah, it's also some other cool things. Direct feed. I like me direct feed. Deltas have an issue where the tool head's light, so you usually got Bowden, and with Deltas being tall, you got long Bowden runs. But yeah, there's all your specs. Again, this is all link in the description if you want to dive into it. But yeah, so first thing, disclosure. They sent me this printer for the purposes review and testing. Words and opinions are my own. I'm not being paid for this. In fact, UPS wanted some blood money to actually give this to me, so I'm gonna have to reach out to them to compensate me for that. But anyways, yeah, usual YouTube disclosure, blah blah blah. Not under any contract. I can say what I want, and I'm excited. So we're gonna open this up. We're gonna build it, and we'll print with it. Direct feed. Yeah, direct feed on a Delta. It's got a Volcano-esque hot end with a bimetal heat break. So I'm going to double check. It says it's rated for 300, so we're going to check, make sure it's not a PTFE. I won't have room for this printer at all. That's a Future Tailor problem, and Future Tailor is going to be dealing with that in about an hour. So we'll come to that bridge when we come to it. You think FLSUN is trying to address user complaints about Deltas with this printer? I don't know what user complaints about Delta people have. Forewarned, this is only the second Delta I've ever played with. The only other Delta I've actually used is the FLSUN SR, which, while it is a good printer, I had no issues with it. I printed a bunch of stuff for Halloween last year with it. It's an open air printer. I don't print a lot of PLA, and usually when I'm printing PLA, it's on a machine I'm testing at the moment. So right now, like the Bamboo. For everything else, I've got a plethora of Vorons that are enclosed in just chew-through ABS. So while the SR was a great printer, like I had no issues with it, it just, I never really used it a lot. It just kind of got relegated, and then eventually I put it in the other room because I wasn't using it. This though, I got some big parts I got to print for the jetpack for the Mandalorian armor, which is coming together. I'm in the Bondo and Stando part. So I'm probably going to actually use this. I'm going to see how it prints some stuff. So yeah. So first things first, I need to make some room. This box is big. It weighs 14 kilograms, and it's 400 millimeters of Z on a Delta. So it's going to be, you know, look up, way up. So I'm going to put this on my work desk here. Hopefully don't knock off all the shit I have piled on there. This is good. And we're going to go right to the building. So while I'm opening this up, if you haven't had the chance, link in the description. If you want to win yourself some Polymaker filament, they make some good printer chow. Every stream we give away a spool of Polymaker filament. You get to pick what color and even what kind of filament. So make sure you enter. We draw at the end of the stream. It's open worldwide. Have I got a broom cupboard? I don't know. Currently the spare room that we have downstairs, it's supposed to be like the guest bedroom slash workout room. We got a bike in it. That is, I'm kind of taking it over. It's got, you know, Mandalorian armor all over the floor. I'm running out of room again. So, is what it is. I always cut the lids off. It's just easier when you're unlocking stuff like mine. And it takes up less room because I break the boxes down. Good evening from Finland. Hello. Also, when you're in the description there, join the Discord. We got a pretty poppin' community that's growing. And then also monthly contests. So if you want to win some stuff, join the monthly member contest. Make sure you join the Discord. Time to insulate the garage. Soon. I got to talk to an electrician to get a bunch of wiring redone in the garage. And then hopefully I can move some stuff out there because I've already started working out there. Because apparently, here's the thing. For the Mandalorian armor, I'm glazing it all, right? I'm using Bondo glazing and spot putty. So here's the thing. My sense of smell is extremely muted. This is, you know, pre-Rona times. My sense of smell has always been bad. I have a very bad sense of smell. Like, I just don't smell stuff a lot. Gas hut days in basics sucked. So I was like, I'll just start putting, you know, this stuff on all my parts. And I'm down here all night doing it. I don't smell a thing. And then the wife came home. So apparently that stuff stinks. I didn't know that. I'm like, I don't smell anything. So I've started working in the garage. So I've already started moving out there. So to teach the kids here to cut away from yourself. Yes, cut away. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay. So, how am I going to do this? Because I'm just going to do this. There we go. Hello. So, these are the extrusions. It's all in this somewhat dense foam, but not like super dense foam. Got the manual. So, again, this isn't available for purchase. Like, you can purchase it, but it's not shipping till next month. This is going to be a big boy. It's going to be a big boy. Chonky. Yeah. Hello from Denmark. Hello there. So, got the manual. FLSUN V400 user manual. Amazing speed. Update content. How to troubleshoot printer errors. Update content. Cool. See how the English is. Don't operate the machine in accordance with methods other than those specified. Default power is 230. If you live in 115, make sure you switch it. If a simple variant is included, please back up the files. Don't put the printer, blah, blah, blah. Actually, it seems pretty good. That. Here's all your parts, your packing list. Assembly instructions. So we're going to need those. Go. I don't know what the screen is. It has a screen. I'm assuming it's like Klipper screen. I don't know yet. I have no idea how they're implementing Klipper. Like, is it mainsail? Like, or did they develop their own thing? So these are this is holy nice. So overhead camera is 6 inches from the top of the printer, and I don't even have the top on. This is a big Chungus printer. Holy shit. It's out of frame. So this should be a easy build. Like, it's a Delta. There's 5 parts. You got top, bottom, 3 legs, like it's a Delta. Motors are NEMA 17s, FLSUN. They're the big boys. They're the 48 millimeter, I think. They're the chunky boy steppers. They do have like a little rubber isolating pad that they sit on. I don't know if the belts are pre-tensioned, but they do have adjustment for tensioning the belts, a little knob. They are labeled XYZ. They got little stickers on them. God, this is going to take up so much room. Build it on the floor. I'm about to. It's a mainsail and clipper screen. Okay. Oh, we got the arms. Got a bag of gubbins. I got screws. Yay! I swear, I'm gonna do like a General Grievous costume and be like, another fine collection. Or what is it? Gotta add it to the pile. So, and this isn't like, I have these all over my house. Fine addition to my collection. Okay, power cord, tool holder, other gubbins, a bag of food. I mean, grub screw. You eat one grub screw on stream, and people think you just chow down with a bowl of them every morning. Ooh! So we got the base here. Oh, ooh, that's a big screen. Okay. So this is layer 2, and I am I'm liking what I'm seeing here. So it's got a textured flex plate, textured and untextured. It is magnetic, so we got a flex plate. The screen is massive. It's like a 7-inch screen. There's the top, there's the bottom, there's the tool head. Wiring. Yeah, this is actually it's looking pretty pimp. I'm liking this so far. Okay. Although getting these out, it would have been nice if they cut little holes so you can actually get your hands around it. So here's the base. Before I forget, there you go, 115. Power supply is in there. It is a, doesn't say, but it's just the power supply. There's no controller in here. Doesn't say what brand of power supply or its wattage. I can't see. I'm sure I can open it up to check, but I don't know. We're just gonna roll with it. Connectors. There is an SSR for the bed, or a MOSFET, 25 amp MOSFET for the bed. And so there's the MOSFET for the bed, and it looks like we do have terminals. We do have spade terminals, and they're actually like epoxied in place. So I am seeing the right connections on the wires. Like I am seeing crimped connections on all the wires. There's some insulation under the bed too. Oh, there we go. It's a 450 watt power supply. 24 volts, 18 amp. So wire gauge looks right. Everything looks good. I'm happy with what I'm seeing. Everything has the proper connectors on it. Everything seems to be pretty solid under the hood there. So that's good to see. I like that. What's the weight of the print head? I'll let you know in a second when we get it out. Top part out. So it's a maker base controller board. There's a fan on it. not really much else to say. The frame is pretty solid. Like, this is like a cast and whatnot. Like, there's... like, they put some time into this. Like, it looks pretty solid. Got a little daughter board here, it looks like, where all your stuff connects from the tool head. Not bad. I will say though, I see wires going right into the screw terminals. The heat bed does have a crimped connection on it. I don't want to open it up because it looks like it's all attached, and I really don't want it to like fall apart because all the wires are attached to this plate. But you can see in there the heat bed, which is the higher amps, does have terminals crimped on it. So there is a crimped connection on it, like a ferrule, I think. Is it a ferrule? I think it's a ferrule. Yeah, it looks like a ferrule or some sort of connector, a spade connector or something. The hot end though is just wires into the terminal, and I guarantee you they're probably tinned, but that's common. What I'm really curious about is Klipper. How is Klipper running on this? So that's USB. Where's the USB cable go? Oh, okay. So it's looking like the screen has the Klipper controller built into it. So the screen probably has the actual brains for Klipper in it, because the head there, the top of it, just has the controller. So yeah, you got a bunch of USB here. So I'm assuming. So here's your screen. There's the screen, the touch screen. You got a power on the side and 3 USB. FLSUN speeder. So I think that's what they call their thing. So here's the thing. It's got 3 USB. So I'm assuming one of these USBs and the power here plug into this. I think you could just plug a webcam into this. I'm going to try it. I'm going to plug a webcam in, see if it picks it up. If it's running Klipper, it should. Compared to the Big Tree Tech screen I have is the 5-inch smaller one. This is the 7-inch, I think. So here, I don't know what that is. Taking everything out so that I can put stuff back on this table. Filament runout detector. The bed leveling thingy. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Just what I wanted. 200 grams of some really crappy PLA. And the tool head. So it looks like we got dual blowers. Okay, everything's like epoxied in. So that's kind of... We got LEDs. We got dual 4010 blowers. Part cooling, we just got a fan here. It's a custom tool head. So it's a... I don't know, is it an orbiter? Okay, so that's kind of... yeah, it's dual Bondtech. I don't know if you can see in there. It's dual BMG type gears, and it's a Pancake NEMA 17 with a gear on it. So it's it looks kind of like an orbiter-ish setup, but it's custom because the heat sink for the hot end is the front here. So this is all custom, I think. I don't think that any of this is off the shelf. A 0.4 nozzle, and it's, what is that, epoxy? Or some kind of thermal paste or something. I don't know. The fan shrouds are SLA'd. So these are printed, the fan shrouds, but they're not FDM, they're SLA or whatever it is, the sintered nylon or whatever it's called. Looks solid. Weight. I know you guys probably want to know the weight. It's heavy. It's not super heavy, but it's heavy for a Delta. But put enough power in the motors and you're fine. Tool head weighs 375 grams. So SLS, that's what it is. Yep, 375 grams for the tool head. Which, I don't know, I guess that's okay. Anything else in here? Nope. Okay. Stay. 3/4 of a pound. Yeah. Clipper don't care. Printer design has progressed to the point where you don't need to chase grams like you used to, because you have stronger frames, sturdier frames, better motors, better controllers, things like input shaper. You don't have to chase grams like you used to. You can have a heavy tool head and still whip it around quite fast. You just need to have the rest of the printer built well to handle it, which we're at that point now where that's kind of a common thing. Personally, I'd rather have a heavier tool head with direct feed than Bowden. Direct feed is just easier to work with, in my opinion. It's less to tune, it's a little bit more reliable, more consistent. I knew that was gonna fall over. I prefer direct feed tool heads over Bowden, pretty much every use case. Open the screen case. Can I open the screen case? I can. Yeah, you can use input shaper with Clipper on a Delta. So let's see what the controller is in this. Well, I just sent both screws flying. Oh well. Ooh. There's your controller. So we got a hidden USB. SD card up there. Another hidden micro USB. An audio port. It says ear. That's hidden as well. Yeah, I'm not gonna take it. I'm not gonna take it out. There's ribbon cables and whatnot, but there's your controller for this. Let me at least find one of the screws. Oh, they're gone. They are gone. Oh well. It's gonna fall apart on me? No. I don't know how this attaches to the frame. I think they're just M3s. 1 second. Have the printer for 2 seconds already breaking shit. Sounds about right. Sorry about the screws. I blame you. This is what I get for listening to the peanut gallery. Screws go flying. That's okay. I know one screw went flying that way. I know that. And the other one's on the ground. But it screws into plastic, so you can make it work. Stepper drivers. It's a maker-based board. I don't know if it says what stepper drivers. Honestly, they're TMCs of some sort, I bet. Like, let's be honest. It's a modern printer. It's gonna have TMCs of some sort. They're all pretty much the same. I wouldn't be concerned. Yeah, it doesn't even say what steppers they are. I'm assuming they're TMCs. That's Bamboo. No, the Bamboo uses something else. They use like a different type of driver. They're not TMCs, but they're also running their own custom firmware and everything. Okay, where did I put the manual? Oh, there it is. Okay, assembly instructions. So, take out shells and place them vertically on the desktop. The top shell FLSUN logo and the QR code are in the same direction. Okay, so I'm gonna need this. Put you guys over here for now. Don't fall off the bench. You are heavy and expensive, probably. Don't think FLSUN will send me replacements. So, go there. And the QR code here. Okay. So you go there. You go there. Okay. I need the Y motor. Y. That is X. Where is Y? This is Y. Why, oh, why do I need Y? Stay. Okay. We need some screws. Plug the motor cable before putting the motor into the top shell. Install 8 M5 screws. So all the screws look to be the same, I think. Nozzle X versus Fadus tungsten. I had more issues with Nozzle X, or correction, Fadus. I had no issues with Nozzle X. So. Okay. Linear rails. Are these linear rails? No, they're not linear rails. They, and there we go. So we have 2 rods that are inset, and then it looks like it rides on a roller in between, which it's fine. Let's be honest, it's not V-wheels, so it's fine. Open builds, linear guides, not rails. There you go. Okay, where is my Allen keys? Custom nozzles. That kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Okay, so connect the motor and then connect everything else. Oh my God, this is going to be okay. Connect the motor. Goes in there. I need more room. Okay. It's huge. Oh Lord, it's a big one. Oh, if I grab the right size Allen key for this. No, that is the right side Allen key. Why not? There we go. Where did I put the gasoline? This is a big boy. That's for sure. Want to get all these started before going too far. And there are little indexing keys in here. Troy J, $5. Cheers. Shovel Fun. Maybe you could dig a small hole for this one. We are going to have to figure out the space at some point. That is starting to become a really big concern. Along with this big printer. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. I apologize. There you go. Yep. Pass the cables through the Y-axis. Oh, these go all the way. Okay. These go all the way down. Yes. Okay. Your hole. So when you build this, if you're building this at home and not on camera for 500 people, oh geez, hello everyone. Yeah, I already dropped a screw. Build it on the floor. Set it to print on its side. You probably could, honestly, without an issue. Okay, so now I gotta feed this wire through. But first I'm gonna put the other sides on. This one is X, which I believe is... 120 to ship. It's a 14. You see how big the box is? It's unfortunately shipping costs depend a lot on size and weight, and it's 14 kilograms, and it's a big chungus boy. So it do be how it is though. It do be how it is though. Yeah, this has Clipper. This is a Clipper machine out of the box. And again, while I'm screwing these screws in, if you haven't had the chance yet, make sure you go to the description. Enter for the draw to win yourself some Polymaker filament. We do a giveaway every stream. People like printer food. If you want to get some good stuff from Polymaker, go ahead, enter for your chance to win. Also, while you're down there, consider joining the Discord for the community. Lots of cool, fun things happen there. Last night we went on a deep dive about Mass Effect. That was fun. Super serious talk. And if you want to help support the channel, things I do, content I create, there's also links in the description for that. Consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter. Get access to some extras on the Discord. And you allow me to do the things I do, create the content I create. So from viewers like you, thank you. Make a draw only if a person has liked. I can't really verify that. But apparently, every now and then the like button doesn't work. So if everyone could just double check and make sure the like button works, that might be helpful. Is this the first commercially available? So if I'm not mistaken, I'm sure there are some commercial printers with Klipper already. But I think smaller scale, like startup type companies doing it. I don't think, to my knowledge, this is the first Klipper printer for sale from a big like Asian market company. So let's be honest, like you can buy Voron kits, that's Klipper by default, but that's not like a COTS printer, not a commercial off-the-shelf printer. This is. Crushing something. What am I crushing? This is a huge boy. When am I planning this? Do the setup stream? What do you mean setup stream? People wondering on the Facebook if they cheaped out on the rails. No. You gotta remember, for rails, it's not the rail that really is the cost. It's mostly the carriage, if I'm not mistaken. Going long rails isn't that expensive because they make rails in stupid long lengths and then they just cut them to size. So longer rails, they wouldn't have gone with this motion system to save costs because they wouldn't have saved that much on rails. Never knows best. $10. Cheers. Hey, Narrow founding channel in February and now freshly built V01 that I'm tuning and ordered LDO tried it. So thanks for all the great content. Cheers. Thank you for the 10. Hope the videos help with the build and all that. But yeah, go on AliExpress and just price out rails. And you see when you go longer, the price goes up, but it's like not that much more. They probably went with this motion system just for the design of these extrusions and whatever their carriage is. Like, is what it is. Yeah, $700 on pre-sale. Yeah, I think it's a reasonable price, but again, full disclosure, we haven't even got it printing or powered on yet. So this isn't a review. This is literally like, this is all the hand, everything you've seen on this stream so far is my entire experience. The box showed up yesterday. And we are doing it live because that's how we roll. That's good. They gave me one extra screw, which makes sense because I lost one. When will it be available? Mid-August, I think, according to their website. What's the price for the V400? Link is in the description. I think it's $700 for the pre-sale price. Just a little cross thread. Yeah, if you want to know more about the printer, there's a link in the description to their site that has all. Seem to line up too well. One second. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. We're gonna have to get the step ladder out in a minute here. Jesus. I'm just loosening all the top screws so I can. Bottom seemed everything lined up pretty good, but the top is a little out. Doesn't help. My workbench is not flat, so blocking the overhead cam. We got about 6 inches of overhead cam. There we go. Okay. Does the overhead cam double as the spool holder? Yes. I wish I had some like proper tools. There we go. There we go. Okay. So. Okay. Stop now. Problem is I can't really see the screw. I keep missing it. There. Like I know this is how they built it, where you got holes through these extrusions. You got to drop the screw through, but it's a little bit of a pain in the butt to actually get at the screw, just because of the hole size and alignment and everything. But here's what it is. Now I got to drop this bundle of wires that you can't see. Oop. down here. You got to be kind of careful because these are wires. They do carry important zeros and ones. Oops. They carry some very important zeros and ones. But the metal is a little sharp, I guess you can kind of say. I don't have pliers. Do I have pliers? No. Yeah, let's see. So yeah, they are shielded, like the wires are shielded, but just be careful. So this plugs in better. Okay. Okay, so that goes there, I guess. So that plugs in there. This just kind of flops out for now. Drop your Allen key, pick up your Allen key, put the arms on. I'm assuming these are all the same. And they are carbon fiber. Okay. Apparently they're called the parallel. Okay. Install the effector module with the extruder hood facing forward. Plug the cables into the top. Okay. So this is the front. Be careful doing this because you want to make sure you're holding the effector by metal bits and not plastic bits, because I'm pretty sure if you hold it in the wrong spot, you can break something. You don't want to break something. Can Calvin stand inside it? No, he's a little too tall at this point. Okay, plug it in at the top. Okay. So these are color coded, I guess. So we'll just plug them in where the colors match, kind of. We have two black ones. Well, hopefully they're both the fan. Oh, they're probably both the fans. It probably doesn't matter which. Okay. there. Go. Okay. Level switch. I got this, which is, what is that? What is that? Take the filament detector sensor, connect the filament wire, snap the bellows into the bracket slot. Okay. Oh, this guy. Okay. Let's go. Oh, it covers everything. Oh, I see how it goes. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. There we go. Oh, that's kind of a neat little setup. So there's your filament switch. It covers up all your wires and whatnot. And there's your runout switch. Okay. It's kind of nifty. Yeah, it's direct drive. If you put a dab of grease on the... No, so I know people chirp on this. This happened during the Prusa build, and I know. But basically, when I get a printer that has a manual, I build it per the manual. So if it says don't grease, I don't grease. Okay, so that goes in there. That goes there. Okay. Spool holder. Ah, the finest stamped sheet metal craftsmanship. The finest. With fine Chinesium balsa or sheet metal. Pretty sure it's the same spool holder as the SR. Show me what it says. Allen key. Balsa metal. Balsa metal. I like that term. Stamped sheet metal is perfectly fine. That's the joke. It's just, you know, really cool fancy printer like this. Here's your spool holder. You can't even fit a big spool. But it comes with 2 tapped holes, so you can easily just print a longer bracket. Okay, that just kind of... One second. Un momento. Un momento. Screws. Wait, under the printer? Yes, I need a stool. This thing's like 8 feet in the air. The overhead cam is just going to be for filament monitoring at this point. So, Joel, I know you said you might tune into this. So, when it comes to you building it, make sure you have a stool on hand. Although you're taller than me, so you might be okay. Same with you, Daniel. Make sure you have a stool handy. I gotta step it up a notch, as Binomic said. Okay. Oh, there's some little caps. Little caps in the pot. That was Nitram here. Probably like, yes, Delta. Clipper and Delta. Okay. What you click in? Oh, okay, one. Yeah. Got little covers on the top of these extrusions. They don't really do anything, but they're there. Keep, I don't know, if you want to pull a tom and fill them with sand or something for extra stability. Although, this is kind of poopy here. Old cam, come on up. So you got this cable run right here that kind of runs down into, and there's no real cutout for it. So when you go to put the cover on, it kind of just, the cable sticks up a bit. I don't know. It's cosmetic. It's 8 feet up in the air. You're not going to see it anyways. Okay. Turn that to 215, which we already did, or 115, which we did already. Okay. Take out the leveling switch. Install the leveling switch according to the direction on the photo. And that should just stick onto that magnetically. Okay. Yep. Okay. I'm assuming on power up it does like some leveling mumbo jumbo. Okay. It doesn't say anything about hooking the screen on. Oh, connect the cables to the pad. Installation complete. Okay. So unfortunately the pad just kind of floats, I guess. This doesn't mount. It just kind of... Okay, so this is going to be a problem. It's running Klipper, okay? Klipper, you need a separate MCU and controller. So you have a Raspberry Pi and like a ramps board. Or in this case, you have this and that. If you... This is just USB. So if you know, this accidentally falls off the table and this pops out, your print's done. That, I would like to see a mount for this or a locking connector of some sort because you need this running for this to run. That could be a problem. Can it print without the screen? No, because the screen has the controller in it for running. Klipper is running on the screen, which, by the way, if they sell these separate, like the CM4 Pad 5 thing, I need to do a video on that. I have it. I've been playing with it. I just haven't done a video on it. Is it magnetic? No, it's just the screen. Take off the blue tape. Ah, it's leaving residue. Okay, I don't like how they wrap this. Ah, it's leaving residue. Yucky. I don't like this. Stupid blue tape that they use to keep... Ah. Yeah, it's leaving like a residue, like a bluish residue. I don't like it. Well, I don't like it. Okay. Seems to be good there. Okay. Plug that in, click configuration below. Okay, powering it up now. I'm just going to use the power cable I have on hand. Off, plug in. Okay. Garbage. Okay. I'm going to turn it on. Make sure you guys got your screen caps ready in case we get some sparks. 3, 2, 1. Here, fans. Fan spin. Oop. Where's the pie? There is no pie. FLSUN booting system. You guys can see yourself. Ready? Ready? Oh, never mind. Okay, so we got Clipper screen basically. Okay, so it gives us some instruction. Input shaper. There is no pie. There's the screen which has a controller built in that is running Clipper. So there is no pie. It's the screen has the controller in it. There is USB on the side, so you could do the Pico thing, where you plug in a Pico with an ADXL attached. So it's Clipper screen. That's all it is. Okay. So we got to do configuration, bed level, calibrate. Please plug in the level switch. It is. Okay. Continue. It's sensorless, I think. I don't see any limit switches. Or actually, no. There are, it's laser, like IR, or I don't know. It's the touch sensor or whatever. There's a pie. I'm gonna start banning people that say pie. Punt. Get out of here. If it had a pie, I could resell it for 700. Optical switch, that's what it is, yeah. What the heck is Clipper? What the heck is... I got a video on my channel. There is no pie, there is only Zool. And so it's doing its thing. Okay. Clipper has disconnected. Ooh. Okay, so it did a save. Okay, so it did a file save. Okay. And then we do configuration, bed level, bed mesh. He's putting it. Okay. Make sure this is flat. Continue. So now it's doing a bed mesh. Yeah, you remove the switch after auto leveling. So there's a switch in it, and basically it saves everything. So how a Delta normally works is it homes to the top, and then it just loads the bed mesh and Z offset and everything. So now it's going to do a bed mesh. So this is basically clicky switch. For those that know what a clicky switch is, this is a manual clicky switch where you got to manually plug it in, but it doesn't do it before every print. It only does it the one time. Oh yeah, I love the marketing for this kind of stuff. So we need some filament in this thing. What are we gonna print? Let's print some Jesse. Everyone likes Jesse. Would do Polymaker, but I don't have any right now. Or PLA. Although, for those curious, the FLSUN does light up, although it's actually just the F appears to be lighting up, not the rest of it. Oh well. And there's LEDs on here, but I don't know how to turn them on yet. The cables in the middle. Yeah, these are all bundled. So there's like one cable floating free here. This is just for the Z, You unplug it after. F. Why F? Oh. F. Does it have a storage drawer? No! Those are the most useless things. Why would you put stuff that rattles in a printer? Is it RGB? I don't know. Use the spool that came with it. No, I'm starting to save up these little spools. I like these spools. Honestly, I wish printer companies sold like packs of like 3rd kilogram spools with like all kinds of colors, so you could just get a whole bunch of colors. What's the max height? So the volume of the machine is, I think it's 330 by 400. Yeah, so you have, or 300. So you have 300 millimeters by 410. Yeah, so 300 circular and then 410 on the Z. So 410 of Z, 300 on circle. Which I got some big tall parts I got to print for the jetpack, which I'm going to do on here in some PETG, because this isn't enclosed. And okay, so Clipper has disconnected. For those that know Clipper, whenever you do something, it saves and resets basically. Okay, remove the leveling switch. Okay. Oh. Okay, take the switch out. Okay. Configuration. Oh. Level, move Z0. Remove leveling switch. Okay. Continue. Go to the home. I need paper. GoPro manual. You will be a GoPro manual. I said P. I said the no word. Well, I'm not going to print it in PLA and have it melt on a hot day. So, okay. Do that. Z calibrate. Use plus or minus. There's. Go down. Oh, we gotta go down a lot. Okay, so move down. Okay, dropping by 0.01 is a little too much. Okay. Click back button. Where's the back button? Okay. Okay. That seems good. Okay, now I gotta load some filament. Okay, I'm going on an expedition to the summit. If you don't see me in 3 weeks, send a search party. I don't want to die. Too cold up here. Yeah, this thing needs a bigger spool holder, that's for sure. This spool holder is rinky-dink tiny. Since I'm the first to climb up here, do I get to name the mountain after me? Ooh, there's an LED. There's an LED in the runout sensor. Actions, move, set up. Okay, I think filament's loaded. Okay. extrude. Okay, click actions, extrude temperature. Okay, PLA. It's going to preheat. Sir Edmund Hillary. I need an oxygen tank. This is tallest boy. Yeah, it's got more Z than tall boy. Tall boy is 380, 385, I believe. This is, okay, so it's not Revo, so it's taking its time to heat up. But it's what it is. How big is the build plate? 300 millimeters circular diameter. 150 radius. What time is it? It's 3:11. Oh, wow. We got plenty of time. Okay. Cool. So while this is warming up, if you haven't had the chance yet, make sure you enter the draw in the description for some Polymaker filament. Okay, so back. Distance. 2 millimeters. Ooh. Oh, it's pooping. So it had some white filament in there before. Extrude again. There we go. Yay. Cool down. Back. Hey, look. It made poops. Go. Okay. Okay, so that is that. UDisk. Save G-code on UDisk and insert UDisk in the USB port on the pad. Oh, so you can just plug a USB dongle in there. Okay, but come on, USB. By the way, UDisk. That has got to be an Asian, Chinese thing because I never. It's USB stick. We call it USB stick over here. I'm assuming they call it UDisk over there because all the time the documents refer to USB stick. They call it UDisk. I'm assuming that's not a North American Western world euphemism or name for it, but we have Wi-Fi. We might as well use the Wi-Fi. Okay, so configuration, network. So I'm going to connect to my home Wi-Fi. You guys don't need to see my passwords. So we're going to connect to that. Okay, it's really annoying because I have a lot of numbers in my password. And it defaults to letters. And you have to like push a button to bring up the numbers, but then you have to do it every time you want a number. Okay, password for a home. Okay, save. Connecting via Wi-Fi. Okay. So can I see my IP address? Connected. Okay, so it's called Speeder Pad. System. Okay, so for those wondering what versions it's running, here you go. So it's currently running version 10 of Clipper, V0.2 of Clipper screen, and Moonraker. There's a system update. I'm not going to push that button yet. What's that? Configuration. Settings. 24-hour time. Confirm emergency. Displayed macros. Font size. You can that. Hide sensors and temperature. Icon theme. Bolt Python. Okay, I will change that. Connections. IP address, I don't know. There we go. Okay, so you do have stuff, system, limits, network. There you go. There's the main screen. You got a temperature graph, print. There shouldn't be anything on it. Okay. That seems, time is off by 12 hours. Yeah. Things. I don't know. I don't even know it showed time. I don't think you need to look at the time too often. So let me pull it up on my home network here and see what it actually shows up as. So we got Toasty Boy, LBO, speeder pad. Okay, there's the IP address. Cut. So it's mainsail. Is there an SD slot? Yes, there is a micro SD slot. So here it is. So it's a skinned mainsail install. Machine. There's the MCU, if you're wondering about that. And there is the, so it's running Ubuntu. So whatever this screen, the brains are, it's running Ubuntu under that. There you go. Cool. Time lapse. So it does time lapses. G-code viewer, height map. Woo, that's a funky height map, but it is what it is. Webcam. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's see the config. So machine ADXL config. Oh, what's this? So let's take a look at their the config. Let's render.cfg. Okay. So it's an MKS Robin Nano V2. Stepper A, so they have it set up. Okay, rotation distance 40, 16 micro step. Oh, there we go. There's stepper A. So they're running it at 1.7 amps. Full current 0.5 stealth chop. So stealth chop's disabled, which makes sense. I don't like stealth chop. Fan, your extruder. Input shaper. Oh, look. They already have input shaper. So I think they either, there are two ways of doing this. Either they build this in the factory and then they run input shaper and save it and then they just leave it, or they do it on one machine and use the same value for all the machines, which, considering, you know, these will be different locations, maybe. But it does look like they do have input shaper, and I'm assuming, it doesn't say which one it is. I'm assuming it's probably the, like, oh, Project R3D gifted 20 memberships. Cheers. Thank you. And now it's gonna pop up a million times for all the people. I gotta figure out how to disable that. Connect webcam. Yes, let's do that. So let's do some things here. Let's test some stuff out. So I got a webcam here. It's a Logitech C270, nothing fancy. Project R3D ballin'. By the way, if you haven't had the chance yet, go check out Project R3D. They do, they got the Daedalus, which you probably know, and then they have the Apollo now, which is a Core XZ printer. Okay, so we got, let's have some fun here. Okay, let me add some stuff to this from my main config that I like. There are ADXL values. So we have that. So it is connected by a USB. Temperature sensor for the ARM7 MCU temp, printer, delta, max velocity 400 millimeters a second, max excel is 8K excel, decel is 5K, corner velocity, max Z velocity 400, delta calibrate, probe. So the problem is it's a lot of it's in what, Mandarin or Chinese or whatever it is, but Clipper in English. This is actually really cool. This is why I love Clipper. You can just dive into the config and just check everything out. There's your macros. Yeah. That's cool. Run the command to check. Oh yeah, ADXL query. doubt there is an ADXL in there. I can check. It would be 4 wires in there. No, that's a stepper motor. I don't think there's an ADXL in there. One second, I just want to pull something from my game machine. Put on here. You can still clipper. Oh yeah, you can install clipper on the main any printer nowadays. Extruder. There it is. Max extruder distance. Wonder what they have for pressure vents. Let me check what the pressure vents is. So, extruder, printers, probe, extruder. Okay, so pressure advance. They have 0.02, so they got low pressure advance. Oh, they max extrude only cross section. They have 200 there. So these two values here basically make it so that you can just, you know, send it when it comes to filament and doesn't error out. So they already have that. So save and restart. Okay. So webcam. So I got a webcam plugged in. Webcam. Add webcam. Not picking up the webcam. Let me do a restart. Cancel. Let me do a full restart. Reboot. Okay, I gotta. Ain't no way. Accelerometer query. Yeah, I'll do that after the reboot here. Yeah, if it runs Linux, you can run Clipper pretty much. So the only thing is, it is running Clipper. It takes a second for it to boot up. Webcams, add a webcam. Yeah, webcam ain't showing up, unfortunately. Yeah. So this is a C270. It's not showing up in here, unfortunately. So I'll try with some other webcams later. Might need to activate something or something. Let's see. What else do we got? First printing. So save. Okay. So we do that. Go add configuration file. So it does look like they got a file for Cura. So let me load up Cura here. And find the SD card with the Xi Jinping spyware on it. There we go. Comes in a little plastic baggie for... What is this? What is this? Show me the list of all the things that come in the bag. What the heck is that? It's not in the manual. What is that? It's a tablet stand. Why did they send me a tablet stand? Oh! There we go. There we go. That makes sense. I'm like, why did he give me a tablet holder? Okay. So here, add printer on network, FLSUN. They don't have the V400. Okay, so let me plug this in because I got the profile. IR Smart. You plug in the spyware. Okay. Add printer. Preferences. For your Kira. Profiles. Import. What is it? Under import. What? Oh, add new. Or is like generic. No. Add. Okay. Preferences, configure Kira, profiles, import, FLSUN. Why is my phone going off? 1 second here, sorry. A bunch of stuff popping up. Okay, I'll check. Oh, emails. Okay, I'll check all that later. Okay. RCF here? Hey, Max, how's it going? So, add printer, custom printer, call it the FLSUN V400. V400, okay, add, preferences, Kira, profiles, import, okay. Okay. And then manage printers, machine settings. Okay. So I gotta update a bunch of machine settings here. Shows you how often I use Cura. How you just accidentally eat a grub screw. I was eating Nerds. So I had a box of Nerds and some of them had spilled onto the table. So I was just picking them up and eating them. And I somehow grabbed it. And it wasn't a set screw. Actually, yeah. And there was just a grub screw on the table and I accidentally grabbed it and bit into it. And it sucked. Okay. Okay, so now I gotta add a bunch of stuff here. Max, 1999, put a Voron sticker and call it a Voron Delta. Okay. Machine setting. Okay, so now I gotta write some stupid stuff down, so. Origin at center of bed. Heated bed. 300. 100. 10. Circular, elliptic, 0. Extruder 1, that, extruder 1, 0.4, 1.75. Jesus, Kira, why do you default to not usable filaments? Now I gotta write all this custom G code in because it doesn't have it. So, 1 second here. Okay, so G21, G90, M82, M140, S. Like, why don't you have this so I can copy it? It's like, oh, make sure you have this. The starting G code of everything. I know Clipper defaults that. S. Will be thing. Material. Bed. Oh, I can't spell. Sure, okay. M104. That's material. Oops. Apparently it's material. M190. S. Material. Dead. M109. I can't type worth a damn today. This is what happens when you don't use your normal keyboard. There we go. Okay, thank you for coming, remember. Vector 3 is building a second R2 and he's talking about eating grub skewer at the same time he's talking about eating a grub skewer. Oh. Okay. G28. G1. F3000. Z10. G92. E0. Okay. So G90, G21, blah, 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 blah. M109, S material print temperature, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Then on this side, we got M7, T0, M104, S0, M104, S0, T1, M140, S0, G92, G0, G1, G1, Z plus 5.0, F6000, G28, G90. Where's the save button? Does it just save? It better just save. Just in case. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. So there we go. There's our flows. There's our printing temperatures for PLA. The default profile is 1 millimeter. Oh, we want 0.2 layer height. This corner. Andy 10, cheers. Hey, Nero, just got my V0 up and running this weekend. Great videos were indispensable. That's good to hear. Hope they helped. Don't forget the... Does it have Clipper in here for G-code flavor? Yeah, it doesn't support Clipper. So you just leave it as Marlin and it does enough. Okay. Oh, it has the G-code on the U-disc. I didn't have to copy that. Oh well. Whatever. Let's print something. Cali Dragon? I like the Cali Dragon. Where's the Cali Dragon? Kelly Dragon. Open. Okay. Scale 200%. Okay. So let's see what we got. Printing 200, flow 100, print speed 60, 30. What? Retraction. I don't think it loaded right. Because I profiles. Activate. Traction 6. Chelsea 20. Yeesh. How you doing, Chelsea? Yeah, okay. The default profile in here is really what? Why are you so slow? Yeah, let me just double check here. Configure profiles. Okay, let me move. Yes. Move. Yes. Okay. So we want to import profile. FLSUN Cura profile. There we go. Activate. Yeah, retraction 6.5. What the heck? It should be like 0.5. Okay, I guess we're rolling our own profile here. This is kind of weird. 2. 4 top bottom, 20 infill grid, sure. Whatever. Printing temperature, sure. Print speed. We're gonna go like 150. Actually, no, 300. We'll go 300. Send it. Whatever. 300. Oh. Travel speed 120. That initial layer. Initial layer will bump it down just in case. Acceleration control. Yep. Nope. Disable that. Enable retractions 0.5. Sure. Whatever. We'll just. I don't know. Whatever. Close Cura. Start again. Oh. 1 second here. Close Cura. Start again. Restart Cura. Yeah, no, it goes back to those same values on a save and restart. So I did restart Cura, and it's still slow AF with this profile. Yeah, I don't know the profile that comes with it. Whatever, we'll wing it. 0.2. Print speed 300. Travel speeds 400. It says it can do 400. We're gonna make it do 400. Sure. That 0.5 retract. Direct D. Hand speeds, whatever. We'll print with a brim just to be safe. Okay. Load up our little Kali Dragon. Scale it to 200. Slice. There we go. Save to. Oh, save. That upload and print. like here, because that's the default profile they recommended. Following the manual. We always try to follow the manual, or I always try to follow the manual. So the manual's like Cura. I'm like, okay. But the Cura that they have is the older version, so maybe their profile doesn't work with the new version, and that's why it's not working. Because they have like 4.3, I think. So I'm wondering if that's the issue. Yeah, I may need to use the older one. Let me see what's on the flash drive here. Yeah, they use 4.13. So let me... Yeah, let me... Do not skip... Yeah, it's direct drive. It's taking a minute for the hot end to cool down or heat up. I'm installing the Cura while this is doing whatever it's doing. I'm installing the Cura that it comes with to see if the profile works in there. So then this way we can, like, I want to use what they would have. Yeah, I want to see what their default profile is. Don't know where it went. Where did you go? Cura. Where'd it go? I extracted it. I don't know where it went. Oh. Oh, it's printing. Whatever. Give me a little video here. Yeah, let me open it. Tuning. That's it. Get a little close to that there. Okay. Alien spider. Well, it's working. I'm just trying to figure out how to get Cura going here. Files. Yeah, and I can't. The older one I have. Okay, whatever. I can't. Whatever. It's printing. We're just gonna let it print. Do its thing. Sample print? No, this is just something I sliced. I don't. It doesn't have any sample prints, unfortunately. I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't have any sample prints on the. Oh no, it does have a test model. You know what? We're gonna do cancel. We're gonna do a test model because I'm assuming the test model will be. Where do I plug this in at? Oh, in here. Okay. Okay, main menu, print, cancel, USB disk, test models, rabbit. We're printing a rabbit. Mainsail window. There you go. There's mainsail. And there's it heating up. Yeah, it's PLA. It's some Jesse PLA. There we go. What speed? This is a test print. It's a rabbit, apparently. I don't know how long it's going to take. According to this, an hour? Maybe? Oh, wait. G-code viewer. File. Well, it's the first layer. Like, it's the first layer, guys. I print my first layers at like 30. Okay, so this is what we're printing, apparently. It's like a little test print rabbit thing. Okay, feature feed rate. Extruder is all extruder one. Got a time lapse section, so it should support cameras. I gotta figure out how to get a camera to work. What's my take on the SKR Easy Drivers 48 volt 5160 any benefit? Do you do speed benchies? If not, no real point. It's a widow wabbit. Does it do ABL things? Yeah, it's got automatic bed leveling. It's quiet so far. Need to get a profile working for it, though. That's what I'm kind of... Fortunately, I can't pull the stick now. Why do I have so many Voron 2.4s? I only have 2. Well, if I'm not mistaken, Cura ramps up over the first few layers to its top speed. So you got to give it a minute. Is this Clipper? Yeah, this is running Clipper. So it's got a Clipper screen on a tablet here. And this is also the controller. So make sure you don't unplug the USB. Power extruder retractions, quiet if stealth chop. I don't know if stealth chop's disabled on the extruder. Heat block looks angled. I think it's just the sock is kind of chunky. Which is the cheapest? A V0. Dang, 400. Dang, I don't know how slicer settings work and how Cura ramps up to its top speed. And also, I have no idea what the settings are for this. This is just a test profile. Also, it's a small model. You don't hit your acceleration, or you don't hit your top speed on small models. Let's see here. Extruder stepper is stealth chop. No, it has stealth chop on the extruder. Stealth chop threshold is 0. Oh wait, no, that was a different printer I was looking at. Let's look at here. Oh, no, not that one. Here. Give it a second. Refresh, why aren't you working? There we go. There you go. Okay. There's your speeds and feeds. Let me download the latest version of Cura. Beta. Try changing the speed in mainsail. Well, it's running at 100% speed right now. The problem is it's a small model, so even if you bump up the percentage, you're still not going to hit the Seems like a conservative profile. I don't know, seems okay. I think this is 0.1 layer heights too. .8. Let's see if it jumps up to point. Yeah, actually, no, this is 0.2 layer height. Yeah, it's 0.2 layer height. Like, this is how you want to make a profile. You want it to go dummy fast for like infill and inner walls, but you want it to go slow on outer walls. I was wondering how the whole machine's working. Turn off Kira. Yep. You want to see how loud it is? Okay, 1 second here. Desktop audio off. Filters disabled. Okay, so music's off and you got no noise filter. That's not bad. It's like any other modern printer. It's quieter than the Bamboo. It's about on par with any other past printer that I have. And next to an airport? Not really. Oh, I missed one. Better than used. $5. Cheers. Thank you. So for Clipper updated, is there a certain order to it? Last time it broke. I believe there is, but don't quote me on the order because I don't know what it is because I don't update Clipper. I just leave whatever I install on the printer and I never touch it again. Like when it's doing the infill, you can hear it. Like it's not super quiet, but it's not loud. Like this is these are machines. These are CNC machines. They're moving. The faster you move, the louder it is. It's like some people are completely shocked that the Bamboo is loud. Like any high-speed machine is gonna make noise, especially when they're not built with servos and, you know, sitting on 12 inches of reinforced concrete. If you want quiet, get a Prusa and put it in stealth mode. What's the positive with Delta? They look cool. Deltas look cool. So, you know, I'm trying to, I just put the new cure on here, so I'm seeing if I can import. Oh wait, I can't import because the SD card's in there. Okay, well I guess I won't be playing with it. Add printer, is it in here on FLSUN, FLSUN? They do not have it. Shoot. Oh well, is what it is. Okay. Thoughts about the annex, board, bottle, nozzle, tongue? I have no idea. The ERCFA, the annex ERCFA, different way of doing the same thing. It's a material changer, so you're still gonna have the only thing that it does is change the filament. It's a different way of changing the filament. The stuff at the tool head will pretty much be the same. So in terms of performance, they'll be same. I know most people run their ERCFAs at conservative speeds, but you can crank the speeds up to match what that thing was doing in its video. I've seen it. They move linear movement into XY. True. There are here's the thing, Clipper. I think Deltas used to be more popular until modern Core XYs came out. Because back in the old day, you had like a bed flinger, and if you wanted to print fast, you had a Delta. But now with modern Core XYs, you're printing fast there, and you don't have some of the downsides like Deltas have. For example, I have a step stool to get on top of my printer now for 400Z. He's a big boy. It's okay on the XY, but you got a circular build volume too. That can potentially be an issue. So. Did they remove the linear rails? Yeah, they got, what are they, open build screws things? They got two, it's basically two rods with a curved bearing in the middle that the carriage rides on. It's fine. Like they're mounted directly to the extrusions. Like they didn't cheap out putting this motion system in. It's like literally part of the housing of the extrusion. Like these are custom extrusions with like pressed in rods. So it's a fine motion system. They're supported rods. Yes, the rods are supported because the bearing it's not an LMU. Let me see. It's hard to show it. Let's see here. You can kind of see it there, maybe. You can see it. You can see the rod kind of back there, and the bearing. So you have two rods, and then the bearing just kind of is curved. So it's a circular bearing, but it's tapered. It's like an idler bearing. So it's the Z motion system is fine. It's not V-wheel. Is there any noise coming from those carriages in the rod? Not really. Normal motion noises. They're quiet. Also, you got big chunky bearings in there. So, updated the firmware. They've updated the firmware, I think, twice on here since I've got it, and I've gotten one new version of the app. It's coming along. Yeah, they're not doing linear rail. Yeah, Delta print volume's conical at the top too. Want to know if you could buy it separately? I don't know. I actually like the screen. It's a very nice screen. I don't know what resolution it is, but it's a high quality 7-inch screen. It's kind of like where did I put it? I gotta find where I put it. Do a video on it. The Pad 5 from Big Tree Tech. Same kind of thing, where it's an all-in-one. Have you seen the Swapper 3D? I've seen it. It's a Kickstarter from a company I've never heard before, with no products on the market currently. It looks cool. Wait and see. Is it an IPS screen? I think so. Yeah, I don't know. It looks good. SG series, it's double row U bearings originally from industrial sewing machines. There you go. Max dropping some knowledge on you. Can you try the screen with some motherboard? I can't because the screen is... The controller is built into the screen. So I don't think you can use this screen on another printer running Clipper. Like, the screen is the controller. However, I'm pretty sure, like, it's Clipper. All you do is you just plug in a different controller. So if you want to use this on like a Voron, you just, I don't know, update your where is it right here, or where is it, there you go, MCU. You just update your address and your pin config, and it's Clipper. You just plug this in and update the config, and off you go. They don't care. So yeah, you could probably use this on another machine, no problem. I wouldn't see why not, but it's meant to go with this machine, so. Does it have a Raspberry? It doesn't have a Raspberry Pi. It has a standalone MCU. It's got an ARM 7. I think it's an ARM 7 in here. It's running Ubuntu. So, can I SSH? I could probably SSH into it. I don't know what the password would be. Putty here. Let's see. Probably Pi Raspberry. Yes. Nope, it's not Pi and Raspberry. So I'd have to figure out what the password is. Harry Gertis, $2. Cheers. Meatballs. Okay. Yeah. You know, I have an IP. Yeah, I've got an IP. I'm connected to it right now. Like, here it is. Main sale. Admin. I don't know. Password. Oh my god, we have 700 people here. Hello everyone, how y'all doing? Root FLSUN perhaps? Maybe? We're in. It's Pi and the password is FLSUN. So we are in. It's Ubuntu 20.04.4 LTS. There's all that stuff for the nerds who want to know stuff. Hacker Man. There you go. We're in the mainframe. We've hacked the Gibson. I don't know. What else you guys want? How do I escape from this menu? Yeah, this is a demo file that comes with the printer, just a rabbit. Q. Okay. I want the display. Okay. So, since we are in it, anything that the people who know about the zeros and ones and hacking or whatever want me to run? Cat cross CPU info. Okay, you want to see what the CPU info is? Okay. Don't. If anyone posts any commands, because I'm an idiot when it comes to this stuff, if anyone posts any commands that will crash the printer, you get banned. Simple as that. But anyways, CPU info. Okay. And command not found. Okay. Does it have Kiao? I don't think so. I think it's just straight up main sale. How much does the machine cost? 700, I believe. Link in the description if you're interested. Also, if you're in the description, make sure you enter the draw to win some Polymaker filament. What did Justin D post? Sudo rmrf. Okay, I know that command. LSB release A. Okay, will that LSB command break anything? Let's find out. It's like a custom volcano, so it's not a full-on volcano, and apparently it's not. Okay, LSB command is safe. Okay. Command not found. Sudo cat. Okay. FLSUN. Okay. User Pi is not allowed. Ooh. Okay, whatever. We'll do some more digging in it later. Is it quiet? Oh, D message. D. Ah. Okay, there's D message. I don't know what any of this is. Whatever. Close session. Back to printing. I'm assuming they might have like admin at FLSUN. So once I figure out how to get this profile working, I do want to, like, I need to print some stuff on here. Like, I actually am going to be pressing this thing into service. Or download. Yeah, so I need to figure out how to get their profile working right. Input shaper pre-tuned. It apparently does have input shaper pre-tuned. We do have in the config here, there is a ADXL config file already set up. Actually, one second here. Where are you at? Yeah, so they don't have the ADXL included right now. So it looks like they add an ADXL, they run the input shaper, then they take the machine apart and ship it. So obviously it's not going to be the most accurate value because, you know, you rebuilt the machine, stuff changes, but it's a baseline. It's somewhere to start at least. So will I close it? So the thing is though, with the Delta is, because this machine goes right to the edge, like you see the print volume here, it goes right to the edge. So if I were to put panels on here, I wouldn't be able to print the whole print volume. So I would have to like bulk it out to enclose it, I think. I might just hang some garbage bags on it. We'll see. I'll just throw a towel over it, call it a day. But yeah, it's a big boy. It's a big printer. Why do you not hide the backup files? I don't know. It was like this by default. Hide back here. There you go, hide backup files. Like we just unboxed it and powered it up. With default settings. Might need a blanket. Yeah, I'll put a blanket over it. It seems to be fine. Like, I don't know. It's working. It's working really good. Is warping an issue on taller prints? Usually if you're gonna warp, you're gonna warp at the base usually. Taller prints, I find more a cracking issue. You usually don't have warping high up in a print. If it's gonna give, it's gonna crack usually. Is there included webcam? No, I do not believe so. I have a little brushy though, and extra heaters. I don't have an extra nozzle though. Nope, I got a little cloth, but no extra nozzle. No, a screwdriver, Allen keys, PTFE. No extra nozzles, which is kind of disappointing considering apparently the nozzle is proprietary, but we'll see. Apparently it's close to a volcano, but not quite. Yeah, it might be the same hot end as the SR. Now, again, this was shipped before they're shipping to customers. So they might in the full production units. Maybe, I don't know. Sure, I can. It's an art for those who want to know the processor. Like, yeah. It's got a gig of DDR4, 16 gigs on board, and I think it's an ARM 7. Look at the profile thing. And no, I can't pull up the profile because it's on the USB stick that's plugged into the printer. So we'll look it up after. We'll do some more fiddling after. Okay, how to troubleshoot print errors. Yeah, so it's an MKS Robin Nano V2. Oh, and machine big. It is TMC 2209s. So it's TMC 2209s across the board for your stepper drivers. Yeah, it's actually really smooth. Like I've got some big parts for the jetpack that I need to print that don't fit on any of my current machines. So I'm going to be running these off on here, probably in PTG. So. Googly eyes. It does need some googly eyes. I need to put some googly eyes on the extruder housing there. Although, I'll be honest, I did it once and then they fell off mid-print and ruined a bunch. How much filament is the jetpack? Oh, tons. Like, put in perspective, here's the body. So there's the main body of it. And this right here is the print volume of this printer. So, yeah, I still got to print that. Yeah. Like, I printed the belt. Okay, so this is the top of one of the jets. Okay. And there's two of them. And these are the bottoms. So these are the bottoms that sit under this. It's a big print. There is a lot to print for the jetpack. Lightning. Oh yeah, it's gonna be. PF Dennis gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers. But yeah, like, it's funny. I did the first sanding on this yesterday, and I sanded it all. It looks so smooth, and then I hit it with primer, and then it looked like poop again. And it's like, oh wait, primer makes it not look, shows all your imperfections. So had to, got it. I'm gonna have to sand it again. I just put another layer of Bondo on it last night. It stunk up the whole house in the process, apparently. So we are at 80% of the rabbit, apparently. Do I have an SR? Yes, I do have an SR. So let me grab the SR so we can compare here. So go over there. So if you want a comparison between the V400 and the SR, nope. This is a really bad comparison because you can't see them in frame. But here is the SR compared to the V400. And yes, you can't see the top of it because it's out of frame. The V400 is about another 6 inches taller. So. This needs to go back to letting me hang my laundry on it. There. It's a chunky boy. Blow up. Thank you for coming, member. Blown up. Thank you for coming, member. On board. I think the SR is 330 on the Z. This one is 410 on the Z for print volume. Turn on the, oh yeah, the LEDs. Okay, so there's LEDs on the tool head. Which down here, there's a setting. Okay, so mobile. So LED logo, I can turn that off. Okay, so that turns the logo off up top that you can't see. LED pins. There you go. Let there be light. There you go. The part cooling duct, yeah, it's you got decent cooling. Like those part fans are relatively quiet. They are 4010 blowers, but they're like the metal housing ones, which are like the better quality ones, I believe. The XY side, it's a delta, so you got a 300 millimeter radius, and it's a circle. Yeah, so you got some LEDs there. Yeah, so here's the thing. Tool head lighting is really cool. Unfortunately, direct, harsh overhead lighting like you get from LEDs in the tool head makes any imperfection look horrible. Like literally a print could look amazing. You hit it with direct straight down lighting, it looks garbage. It just does, especially dark plastics, so like black. So while print head lighting like this is super cool to like see your prints, it will also make every print look worse than it is. It just does. Because it's all like a trick of the eye, basically. Direct overhead lighting just drops shadows on everything. What's the big green articulated octopus in the back? It's a green articulated octopus. It's a Chelsea model. This was actually printed on the Aries, I think. Y'all are trying to tell me this guy isn't American? Yeehaw, cowboy! Let's go buy some guns and blow stuff up. No sound. What do you mean no sound? There's sound. I said the G word. Oh no! I'm gonna have to go get my 1911 and AR-15 because I need to carry when I get groceries. Yeehaw. One Diet Coke, please. I will put it on my credit card. Don't talk about pew pew. Oh yeah, that's right. I can't talk about pew pew ever because there was always yesterday there was something bad with pew pew. It's America. What's the let's see what the Onion article's about today is. The Onion. Are they running the website like they normally do? Oh, no, they changed it. You know, normally it's, you know, no idea how to stop this as the only country that this sort of thing happens in. The AR is what you use for your groceries. Yeah. Any recommendations for 3D printers for starters? Maybe 3 recommendation. It depends. I'm gonna say, first off, knowing nothing about you, Prusa Mini. Okay, that is the idiot-proof barrier to entry printer. It works for pretty much everyone. It's cheap enough that if you don't like the hobby, you're not out a lot of money. It's a little on the smaller size at 180 cubed, but most things you print are going to be small anyways, especially when you're new. And it's got a great support network. Contrary to that, you also have stuff like the Ender 3 V2 and other derivatives that are dime a dozen V-wheel bed flingers. You can get them cheap. QC is sus though, so you might end up with a lemon. Yeah. Oh, KP3S2 is a decent one. Why I'm doing the linear rail Z mod. Anything else I should get rid of? I haven't done anything to my KP3S and it's working fine. Yeah, although I might take because my ender is apart, I might take the longer 2040 extrusion and the longer Z screw and just slap that on the KP3S to get like 300 millimeters of Z, because why not? I might do that. We might do that on Friday. I don't know. We'll see. Ender 3 with Amazon return policy. Yeah, we're not going to go into politics. I just had to. It was topical for a second. It's fine if you divert for a little topic, but as long as you don't stay down that road. Oh yeah, don't use Creality Cloud. It's horrible. Salt Tool said. No, I have a box of Ender 3 parts. So there's like the longer Z rails because it's an Ender. So I might, or Z extrusion. So I might just do that. Literally, you swap you pull out 4 screws, you swap 1 extrusion and 1 lead screw, and you get 300 millimeters of Z. That's the one good thing about Z extrusions or V wheels. V wheels allow you to swap around the sides of the printer very cheaply because it's literally just longer extrusions, belts, and rods or lead screws. That's it. So depending on the axis, you can make V wheel printers scale really quickly. It still sucks because it's V wheel, but the sex bots are here. About time. It's been a while. Port unwanted commercial content or spam. Yay, everyone clap. The porn bots made it. Filament Fridays Chep, right? Yep, that's Chuck. Great dude. It's been a while since we've had the sex bots. So I'm assuming there is a minimum layer time coming into play right now, because it's printing slower. So I'm assuming there's like something with a minimum layer time, which is common. You should always have a minimum layer time. It prevents you from cooking filament. Like if the benchy, the smokestack on a benchy, speed benchy folk cook it all the time because you're dumping so much heat so quickly in a small area. You're just blobbing the filament. So you always want to run a minimum. Like PLA, I usually run like 5 seconds, but like ABS run like 20 to 30 seconds. That way, when you're getting to that top of the print where you're dumping a lot of heat in a small area, you're not cooking it. You're giving it time to set. So I'm assuming this is why this is a little slow. Doesn't look like a rabbit. It's a very happy rabbit. Will FLSUN have a Prusa slicer profile? I'm sure there's a community one. Their default, this profile, the reason we're printing the demo file is because we tried getting the example profile that comes with the machine off the SD card or off the USB stick, and it wasn't working. So, Valent, HRK 169.99. I don't know what the equivalent of that is, but cheers. Oh, $23 Canadian. Cheers. We are 3D geeks from 50 machines. 200 million work because of awesome foreign community 3D. Cool. Thank you. Looks like a sex toy. It's a rabbit. I don't know what kind of sex toy a rabbit resembles. Actually, oh wait, shit. Never mind. It's a rabbit. Oh, man, there's a whole chunk of this blue tape. I hate this blue tape that they use. It doesn't want to come off. Yeah. I hate this blue tape. Yeah. This crappy blue tape that they use to like hold the carriages in position sucks. It's good tape, but it leaves a residue. YouTube buddies. Yep. Muscular mushroom men. You can see his eye. Well, it's because I got the lighting on here. Let me turn the lighting off. There you go. Actually, I don't. Have I started the Death Racer? No, because I'm too busy printing Mandalorian armor stuff. I still got a whole jetpack to print. And I've managed to kill 2 of the Vorons doing it so far. This one's fixed. We got to do some surgery on the LDO V0 or V2. a very nice bunny, actually. Like, actually, yeah, this came out really good. Okay, we need to figure out how to get this profile working. Main menu, configuration. Oh, nope. I want actions, extrude, try. Good. Get that filament out. Okay. Because we need to figure out how to get this to actually work. Because we need to, I am literally putting this into service today if I can get the profile working. Okay. So, Cura. USB drive, no. PC. Extract. Apparently I have to extract Hero 4.13. The LDO is the best bet for 2.4. I really like the LDO 2.4 kits. The link to the printer is broken. Edit. Is it? Copy. Works for me. What mask do you printed? Do you have video printing mask? And is it good business idea? I have printed one mask. It is there. Oh, I also printed this one. Also got the one from the octopus tournament show or something. Is it a business idea? I don't know. These ones I can. This is a Galactic Armory mask. I've got the whole rest of the suit printed. For those curious, I have a picture of it on Twitter. Which, if you're not following me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter at what is it? At 3DP Nero. Follow me on Twitter. But yeah, I've got like the whole suit printed almost. And it's sanding and painting. So this is a Galactic Armory model. I paid for this model. It's $40 for the STLs for the whole suit. You can join his Patreon, and there's a tier where you're allowed to, you're licensed to sell them. So you can use his models and sell them. So I could like print these and sell them for profit if I wanted to. Is it a good business model? That's his job. He does that. And I'm sure depending on your market, how cheaply you can ship stuff, what kind of demand you have, and if the parts are good, you might be able to do that yourself too. Why not use Superslicer? Because we're using what the printer comes with. And it comes with a profile for Cura that we're trying to get working. Because I want to use it as it came. So. Well, license, permission to sell the models or whatever it is. Okay. Oop. Allow access. Skip. Close. Okay. So we got the V400. Okay. Preferences, configure Cura, profiles, import. Okay. Activate. Yeah, no, it has those dummy slow speeds. Yeah, even it has dummy slow speeds. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea why the default profile for this printer is pretty bloody slow. Somebody was saying you can import test models. Have it? Because you can see like the settings in. I think you see the settings in Cura or in the G code or something. Let's just start in G code. Yeah, I don't know why their default profile is so crappy. I don't. How much did it cost you to create those masks? Like, what are you talking about create? Like to print? I printed them myself, so whatever filament was cost, then that's about it. Change the filament in Cura. I mean, change the filament. Profiles, import. Here. Okay, so change the filament. What do you mean change the filament? What do you mean? Settings in G code are comments and usually not included in sample models. Ah, good point. Yeah, the printing cost. So for the I'll put it this way. I've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 spools of ABS that are done. That means they have less than 100 grams of filament on it. Most of those were full when I started. But yeah, it's a lot. I probably, this is probably like the finished suit's going to be like 10 kilograms of finished filament, not counting supports. Well, here's the thing. What a lot of people don't realize is so much of it is how much is software and so much hardware wise. This is fine. Software, I don't know why this profile is kind of poopy. So let's just kind of YOLO a profile quickly. Actually, shoot, I got 20 minutes, so we're gonna start something quick because I gotta go pick up the little guy at daycare. Build density 20, that whatever. Print speeds 300. Initial layer 40, whatever. Acceleration control 0.5. Sure. Enable acceleration control. Print acceleration 8,000. So infill is 8,000. Wall acceleration will do 6,000. Inner wall, outer wall will drop down to 4,000. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Upload that. Dragon. Open. Scale into 200. Boom, bang, boom. Slice. Reload the filament. Oh, I don't know. Did. Wanted to switch to EEPG, but did not. Can't really load that easily. There we go. Save to disk. That, save. Load and print. Calibrate. There we go. Hour print. Unfortunately, this will finish off stream. because I got to leave around 5. Hey, the sex bots are back. Filament temps, 200, 200, 200, 200. We're good. And 80 on the bed. Yeah, whatever. Be gone, bots. Point 1 layer height. It's 0.2. 0.2. I'll just whip up a profile in. Not a big deal. Well, no, it's not the fine settings. Like, look, if I change it to like these settings right here, these default settings, these are the ones that come with Cura. Okay. The custom profile is this right here. And so like this is there's only the one profile that comes with it. So don't pin the bots. I didn't pin the bots. I only did that the one time. But if you read what is pinned, you could be winning some Polymaker filament in 15 minutes. We're going to do a draw. So we're just going to YOLO a profile and just send it, and whatever we get, we get. Acceleration is the rate of speed change, and speed is top speed. So I'm new to through wire accelerations running 8,000 millimeters a second. But speed is 300. So think of it this way. Speed is how fast the tool head is moving at speed. Acceleration is millimeters a second squared. Okay. It's how quickly it's accelerating. So imagine your car, you tell your car to go to 100. Do you floor it to 100 or do you slowly let onto the gas? Now on a clapped out bed flinger, you can't run high accelerations, because if you try to drive it that quick and change directions and speeds that quick, the machine will shake itself apart. But on a well-built Delta or Core XY or any other machine, you can run higher acceleration. So on bigger models, it makes a big difference. On smaller models, not so much, because even with high accelerations, you're not traveling enough distance to get to your speed. So that's why you see a lot. Some people will think, oh, my ender, I set my speed for 300, my ender can print at that. But the accelerations are so low and you're printing objects so small, you're never actually getting to those speeds. How's the Rona going? I feel fine. Asymptomatic. Jerk is basically, from my understanding, jerk is like direction change. Oh, there's always more entries than viewers because people pop in, they enter the contest, and then they leave. Just search on Printables Calibration Dragon, I think. How loud is this machine? About as loud as a Voron, quieter than the Bamboo. The Bamboo is loud. The Bamboo is loud. It is. It's a fast Core XY. It's enclosed. If I was running my Vorons at those speeds, it would be as loud. Jerk is my ex-wife. Yeah, deltas are fun to watch. Like, you can't go wrong watching a delta. Deltas are very cool. They're just cool. Everyone should, if you're serious about 3D printing, everyone should have a delta. If not, if you have to show somebody 3D printing, deltas are cool to show them. This thing is bloody massive, though. Like, just compare it to the Bamboo behind it. Or any of the other printers I got. Where is Scara at? Nah, practical at. Yeah, square corner velocity is the Clipper equivalent of jerk. Definitely need a print start back up. I do. There's one in, I gotta pull the one off the Dragon, because the one on the Dragon where it did that little purge line was nice. Or off with the rabbit. I'll just pull that. Let's see here. FLSUN, test models, rabbit. So here's the rabbit. So this right here is the start code for the rabbit. So I'm assuming this is the purge right there. Or that's the start G code. Layer 0. Yeah, I'm assuming this is it right here. G1 F Z X150 Y. That brings it over there. And that to that. 30 F. Yeah, that's gotta be it. Settings. Give it a try. G3, that's an ARC command. Yeah. Is it a G3? Yeah, G3, it's an ARC command. Yeah, so it can run an ARC. So let me fine tuning. So let me bump up the extruder. Drop. Back. Drop it down to 60. Okay, extruder's at 210. Can you use MMUs with deltas? You can. Any leveling? The bed is fixed. This bed is fixed. The bed don't move. It's like a Voron. The bed don't move. A lot of deltas have fixed beds. You don't really level a delta bed. You just run a bed mesh, and it is what it is with the delta. So it's making a bit more noise here. You can hear it dragging the nozzle. I don't have Z-Hop enabled, so it's... do you prep your new PI? No, I didn't even clean it. How loud is this printer? Pretty quiet. Like right now, the noise of the nozzle crossing those infill lines is the loudest part of the print. Print defect? Oh, the little smudging. Yeah, that's like a little bit of filament that was just kind of hanging out. And yeah, it's definitely, that overhang's a little cooked, but it is what it is. I had the bed was set to 80. Which it doesn't need to be set to 80. So it probably overcooked that a little bit, that little overhang. This profile is just YOLO'd. We literally just threw it at 300 and just set it. What type of infill do you usually do? High infill cubic, low infill gyroid. Or high percent infill cubic, low percent infill gyroid. Max flow is, I don't know what the max flow is. According to this, we are flowing up to, I've seen 20, 17.5, 19. It's a higher flow hotend, so, and it's only a 0.4 nozzle, so you can push pretty fast. Are they running? Yeah, these are 1.8 degree motors. Yeah, Delta, it's good to check if your screws are tight. What was the infill percentage? 20%. Literally, this is like a default profile that we just cranked the speeds up. So, by the way, we have 8 minutes until the draw and the end of stream because I got to go. I think we'll probably, honestly, Friday, we'll play around with this printer more on Friday, I think. So the Print and Chill Friday stream will probably be with this guy again. Because I want to try doing some PETG because I've got a big old honking spool of it that I need to get rid of because let's be honest, I don't really use this stuff too often. So I got some of that. Some ABS, no linear rail. No, it's got whatever the motion system called. The Z motion isn't linear rail, but what they're using is good fine. It's not V wheel. There's a spool holder up top. Pathetic. Machine, honestly, the for a machine of this quality, the spool holder is pretty pathetic, honestly. It is literally, it barely holds the Jesse PLA spool. Barely. Like if the spool was like a millimeter bigger, it wouldn't fit on it. That is the only thing I can crap on this machine about right now, is literally the spool holder is junk for a machine of this quality. It should have a better spool holder. Now, granted, you can always just print one, or I could just hang it from my camera mount because the camera is at the height of the printer. If you're curious, here's the top of the printer. There's the camera. Yeah, that spool holder is junk. It needs to be at the top because the filament feeds through the top plate through a inline filament detector, and then in. You want the filament coming down from the top. The tall boy. Yeah, it is. For those who are curious, the machine itself is 37 inches tall, which is whatever in proper units. 93 centimeters, so it's almost a meter tall. Let's see how long it would take to do that jetpack. Main thruster housing left. Set up. I hate Cura for how you have to like turn on Sunny Z. Pop. Support. Support. Slice. Let's see how long that's going to take. Watching a stream of one of my favorite streamers and eating stoop waffles. Nice. How is the stability of the Z? Pretty solid. Like, you have to remember, the only moving mass is the carbon fiber arms and the effector, which is the tool head. So the moving mass never changes. You got a low center of gravity, you got your power supply down here, a big heavy base. These are pretty stable machines. Deltas are very stable. That's why they were the fastest type of printer for a long time. Does it have a mounting option for the ADXL? I don't know where they mount it. There is available screw holes that you could tap it in somewhere. There's a screw hole right on the front here in the middle of the fan, and I'm sure you could tap into it if you really wanted to and use that. Yeah. I checked the website. It doesn't have anything, unfortunately, because the website just is a pre-sale. It doesn't have production. I'm going to actually reach out and see if they have a proper profile. Because right now the profile is, they only have one profile on the USB, and it's kind of crappy. Why is belted Z? It like on you don't want lead screws on a Delta. Okay, it'd be stupidly slow. But in like something like even like a V2, it's lighter weight, faster, no lead screw wobble issues. It's more compact, and it can be cheaper depending on the setup. Oops, wrong button. I got a million notifications. Oop. Why am I... Oh, wait. Wrong screen. Not that one. That one. Okay. Someone combined 2 replies into 1. I don't know. This machine seems pretty solid so far. Like, a slicer profile is literally nothing. It takes you 2 seconds to create a generic profile, and then a little bit of tweaking and tuning, which you're going to do anyways. So I'm going to email my contact with them and be like, hey, do you guys got like an actual high-speed profile for this machine? Because the one that came with it is kind of poo-poo. Because this is literally just the generic Cura profile that comes default for like generic FFM printer with the speed cranked up. Yeah, but it's I like to review, like if when I do an unboxing, I like to do it as if somebody who's never touched a 3D printer before is following the manual. So yeah, you know, I could probably whip up a super slicer profile for this in 2 seconds, but it comes with Cura on the stick. I'm going to use Cura because that's what it comes with. It tells you to use Cura, so we're going to do it. Oop. QC pass. Nothing's filled out, but it passed QC. Brushy, brushy, brushy. Power cord is good. Got a million of these already. Honestly, I might end up, if I can't get a proper profile, I'll just use the SR profile and just change the machine size and just build it, make it a bit bigger and faster. So. The brush is for brushing. What else is the brush for? How's the Mando costume? I'm at the priming and sanding portion and still printing parts. The Mando costume's gonna be a while. Brush the bunny. Brushy, 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 brushy. Do you brush the top of the ears or top of the head? I will say though, the layer lines are very, like, even when you put it like directly on with lighting, it's pretty smooth. How's this one coming along? We might be going a little too fast for this one. Are you doing just a regular Mando or are you doing the heavy? Because the heavy has a lot more parts. Like a regular Mando is the helmet, a few chest pieces, shoulders, gauntlets, and like a leg piece. Did Doggo show up? I can check. He didn't come down when I went out earlier. No, Doggo was not downstairs. But what it is time for is the draw, because we ran late. So if you have not entered, you have like 8 seconds, which you have even less time because there's a delay in my voice. So by the time I talk, it's actually 8. What you're hearing me like right now is 8 seconds in the past, me talking. So if you didn't enter, it's way too late, and I'm sorry. Ooh, somebody got in at the last second. So how this works is every stream we give away some filament from Polymaker because they are awesome, and they make good printer chow. So if you didn't get a chance to enter today, or if you don't win, there's always next week, or actually not even next week. There's always Friday because we stream 3 days a week here. Tuesday, Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern, give or take. Sometimes it changes. And then Saturday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern. There's a lot of names to copy. So we got 700 something entrants. Marcus, whoever you are the last one to enter, and you got in literally as I was closing it. Congratulations. You didn't win, but you might win, but you got in right at the last minute. The Hilbert curve showing. Yeah, this is a Joel shirt. This is a 3D printing nerd shirt. It's one of Joel's shirts. Go check out his store. He needs new merch though. Okay. Is it random? You get to pick. Like, if you, so how it works is if you win, you get an email from me after the stream ends. There's a little form you fill out. You pick your filament, whatnot, and then you receive it in a couple days to a couple weeks, depending on where you live in the world. But this is the FLSUN V400. I'm not asking for a number between 1 and 400. That is way too high. So somebody just give me a number between like 1 and 10. And everyone who put a number before I say that gets muted. 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also, everyone go like the smash button. Let's spin that wheel. Someone go and get some printer chow. GSR 1379. Beep boop robot 1. Hopefully you're an actual human. In here. Okay, well, hopefully you're a human and not a random captcha that gains sentience, but congratulations. So you will get an email from me after the stream ends. When you basically fill out the form and you get some printer chow. Everyone likes printer chow. So congrats. So yeah, so we're going to call the stream there. I'm going to let this model finish. Once it's done printing, I will post a picture of it on my Twitter later tonight. I got to go pick up the little guy at daycare and then go get some pizza. It's Tuesday. Yeah, so we'll let this finish. Hopefully it doesn't crash. If it does, it does. But yeah, shout out to FLSUN for providing this printer. Again, not a review. This is like my first, you know, I have as much time on this printer as however long the stream has been. But initial impressions, hardware is good. I'm going to reach out to them via email with my contact and see if I can get some better profiles for it. Because the profile that came on the USB stick is a little not something you really want to run on this machine, unless you want to print like really high detailed stuff, slow maybe. But we need some gas in the tank for this thing. We'll get it going. So we'll probably continue with it on Friday. I think Friday we'll just pull it out again. We'll just keep playing with it. But yeah, so for everyone who joined the stream today, hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you ring the bell so you don't miss any notifications. Join the Discord. Link in the description. We do monthly community contests. Those are going to be fun. You can win some Only Benchies merch. And if you want Only Benchies merch, somebody already pulled it up in chat there. Go get yourself a cool hat or shirt or something. For those that donated to the stream, gifted memberships, or became members of the channel, I thank you. I would not be able to do the things I do and create the content I create without your continued support. You make this all possible. Thanks again to FLSUN for providing this printer for the stream today and future streams, because I'm probably going to be using this quite a bit because I like Clipper. Yeah. Shout out to Polymaker for giving away the spool of filament. We do that every stream. And yeah, everyone else, I hope you enjoyed the stream today. Hope you learned something new. Hope you had some fun. Fortunately, it's Tuesday. You still got a couple days left in the week. So be safe out there. Wash your hands. Enjoy the rest of your week. I'll see you Friday. Cheers.